What's up everybody, Blue Suit Reviews, another video, brand new video. And in this video, I want to talk about why buying a brand new car or a used car, any car for that matter, right now is probably the best time financially as far as how much you could possibly get off on a vehicle. Why right now is probably the best time to buy a vehicle. But I also want to talk about why right now is not the safest time to buy a vehicle. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome to my office. So you saw me, well, you heard me start the video saying that right now is probably the best time to buy a vehicle, but you also heard me say that right now is probably not the safest time. And this is what I mean by that. The reason why it's the best time to buy a vehicle is because with all of the major vehicle manufacturers in the United States being shut down right now, the dealerships are not moving any product whatsoever. And by that I mean their volume, their normal volume. Yeah, they are definitely selling cars here and there because everyone in America is not affected the same way by the pandemic. So the dealerships do have the opportunity to sell to people who are potentially unaffected. But beyond that, when in a perfect world, perfect economy, dealerships are able to sell in large volume on a day-to-day basis, month-to-month basis. Like your largest major volume dealerships are probably moving 100 plus vehicles a month. Couple that with the fact that the pandemic has shut a lot of major vehicle manufacturers down, the volume of cars that they're moving is probably cut by at least 75%. This is how that can benefit you. When you go to the dealership, let's just say you are trying to purchase a vehicle and the markup on that vehicle is $9 grand. Let's say the vehicle itself is $40,000 and the dealership stands to make $9,000 off of the sale if you purchase it at $49,000. Well, most people are not going to do that. They're not going to give $49,000 if the vehicle is MSRP'd at $49,000 or $48,000, and with fees, tax, title, and license, it comes up to $49,000. You more than likely are going to negotiate that back down to a more reasonable number, and the dealership knows that. But they still have a bottom line as far as their cutoff on profit margin that they are not going to go with. So what that means is, as far as what type of revenue they're willing to make off of cars, it declines because the volume is just not there anymore. Again, like large volume car dealerships, their goal is to sell a certain number of cars a month. That way they're able to sell cars at decent prices and still turn a really, really generous profit. So when you go in there to negotiate, if you went to a dealership now to negotiate the price on a vehicle, the factors that work in your favor is that the dealership is just not moving as much product as they normally do. Other things that are being tacked on to the vehicle purchase experience is the opportunity to work with the credit union or bank or whoever you're financing through to get deferred payments. I know that quite a few insurance companies are crediting premiums back to you, back to your account, not you physically. I have Progressive, and I did get a $70 credit. This month was the first month I got a $70 credit, and I believe I'm going to get another $70 credit in June. The quote from the insurance companies is that because people are not driving as much, that they're able to charge cheaper premiums, which is great for drivers and it's also really good for people who want to purchase a vehicle right now. Here's why it's probably not safe to buy a vehicle right now. There are at least 1 million Americans who have filed for unemployment, that, or at least that I have last read. And out of those 1 million Americans, who knows how many more have been laid off from their jobs, have not filed for unemployment because they do have a savings that they are probably now living off of and are attempting to find another job. So these employees who may or may not be non-essential, non-essential is a loose term. When you say non-essential, or when you say essential non-essential, that's an employee that under certain circumstances still has employment. The problem is, if you look at companies like Delta, United Airlines, American Airlines, and the large airline corporations, they are not flying at the volume that they used to fly at, which is causing them to pick and choose what employees they keep. I know Delta just received a loan from the government to keep them in operation. So the company itself is going to be picking and choosing and trying to figure out what employees they can keep, what employees, maybe they could furlough and then bring back to the company later. And how that relates to the car buying experience, if you are in that category where you're unsure if you're a essential or non-essential worker, you might want to think long and hard about purchasing a vehicle, especially if it's going to manipulate the cost of your monthly expenses, your yearly expenses. If you're paying $500 a month for a vehicle right now, buying a brand new vehicle or a used vehicle that pushes you up into even so much as to $540 a month, that 40 extra dollars could affect your budget exponentially, especially if you find yourself in a category where the company that you work for is struggling to pay their overhead costs and they have to make cuts in the realm of personnel. So something to think about. I didn't want this to be a long video. I just wanted to really briefly talk about why I believe that right now is the best time to buy a car if you're in the market for any vehicle. Doesn't matter what vehicle it is. But to also caution everybody that's watching against the potential dangers of putting yourself in a brand new vehicle loan at a time such as now, when we are definitely in a recession and the outlook is very uncertain for the country. Is the economy going to rebound? Of course it's going to rebound. This is America. It's what we do. We've done it before. We've been through the 1929 Great Depression. We went through the 2008 housing crisis and the economic bubble that burst. We will rebound. How long it's going to take, who knows. So, Blue Suit Reviews, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button, share this video, comment, subscribe to the channel, please, so that you have on tap all the content that I am putting out. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you watching and sticking with me. Stay safe out there.